Don't know what to get rid of though. Definitely not Garuda. Let's see what other abilities Eva has first. There's only one space left. And we all know who this belongs to. Let's see. It's the Ice Slide. Upgrading it. Increase permafrost duration. Ice Age. Unleash a river of icicles. Great mountains. Mostly health damage and not stagger. Okay. Launch multiple shots of ice that upon striking lighter enemies draw them towards Clive can be used in midair. Summon a deadly colossal ice crystal that deals continuous damage to all enemies that become trapped inside it. That's not bad. Diamond Dust. Increase duration. Also fires 3 shots behind Clive. 10 precision execution. Honestly, I feel like, okay, so this might be weird, but maybe get rid of Titan and put Shiva in. Or get rid of Bahamut. I feel like get rid of Bahamut. Yeah, fuck it, I'm getting rid of Bahamut. I can get Giga Flare later. Shiva! I want to upgrade. How long is the cooldown for Diamond Dust? Definitely this one. I'll grab this one as well. This one should be bad. I'll just master these two. Also next I'm going to get that one. 1, 2, 3 side quests. Can I travel the world? And there's more side quests. Holy shit, there's a lot of side quests. No hunt. But it says here all the completed. Oh, okay. Case of the. Okay. Kindling the flame. Alright, it's gonna be a lot of side quests now. This is how it's gonna be. There's something new in the blacksmith as well. Grab this one first. This is another blacksmith quest.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing at Aoife like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
Huh?
No. It's better this
well,
way.
okay. I guess
Yeah, well,
there are different thoughts there,
I can't
Clive.
stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Blacksmith Blues, number 4. I'll pick up all the quests in here first and start slowly doing them one by one.
You split the sea. As soon as the rebuilding.
Healer's Place. Thank you for helping me guide my mentor free from his mortal coil. Captain Doris. I and other cruisebreakers have grown concerned regarding the well-being of our captain. Despite the apparent unrest her recent investigations have visited upon her, Lady refuses all offers of assistance.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me. But I can speak to her at least.
Da-da-da-da. Hey buddy, I'm
We've
ready
come
for my
via
bag
the hands
upgrade.
of a Kashik.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any
What
chance you
good
could
stuff
help
are we
me
talking
too?
about?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a
Fallen
couple of
stuff?
examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it
Yeah,
in a
sounds about
nutshell.
right.
Yeah. We're only 3 short, mind. And we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume.
Amberway Lost
And
Plume.
another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia.
My god, it's all over the
Last
place.
one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me
I
luck.
thought they were all in one spot.
Do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Dun, 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 dun. Even weirder signs. Alright, we've got a lot of work ahead of us with all these side quests.
How was she?
Joshua's in there with Taria, right? Oh, what's happening here? Where's Doris?
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's alright.
She's
Would
just
Doris insist on
stubborn.
going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Dun, dun, dun. No new hunts for me, right, Kupo? No new hunts yet. Right, to Martha's Rest. Do Martha's Rest first. Do the quest here. Get everything out of the way from Rosaria as well. We'll do it map by map. I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Doris. Where the fuck did Doris go? Doris, you better not
It
be
doesn't
doing
still hurt, does it?
shady shit.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join.
She's honest.
She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Yes. Where are they? Get down there. Self-determination. We'll teleport here and make our way there.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
Well, she was a bearer. Branded even.
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company.
Kill him.
Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Okay, so let's see. Do this. Put them in. Then we. Oh, damn it. Oh, you're really starting to piss me off, Astrologer. Oh, I need to save 6,000 points. Oh my god.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner.
fine. You're fine. Nothing's
This
wrong.
woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child.
Just kill her already, Doris. Fuck.
Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
You're just gonna let her walk?
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
Oh, they have somewhere. They need somewhere to go.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Will you though? I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back. I have stuff to do in Rosaria still, Clive. Don't teleport. God damn it, Clive. Ah. Ah.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be alright.
Will she though?
Hope so.
Probably.
Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Quest complete. Level up, or almost level. I have to teleport back.
Now to find this spherical echo.
There it is. Spherical
This is
echo.
it. Right then. Just two more to find.
Now I have an idea here. So this can take your rhyme seems fine. Hey, Martha, I'm here to help.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them.
My chair is
If
broken.
you're wondering why you, well, The wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Fair enough. Sure.
All right.
Thanks.
I feel I'm very close to the end of the game.
There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
They eat the chocobo food.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us.
Including the
They're not
chocobos.
exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well,
Eastpool's
I'll
fucked.
go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Rekindling the flame too. Pick with Wade. I just teleport there, yeah. Walking is for losers. I've walked it a lot already, so I feel like I've earned the privilege to teleport now.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
Here's some seeds.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of
Akashic attack.
It's closing in. They're coming, Sir Wade. All of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
I mean, I'm
Yes,
here.
Sir Wade.
I'm right here.
Akashic, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians, what help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them.
We will try, Sir Wade. We'll try.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you.
Damn. Get fucked.
Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place.
And all it takes is Martha to talk.
This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you
Why is it a
fight
frying
like
pan?
free men and women?
Why couldn't he give him her sword or something?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool! Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Time for battle. Or maybe I don't take part, I just watch by the sidelines. Oh, never mind. Let's have to see what's happening.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
Oh, Rosaria! Although Rosaria doesn't have a king anymore. Or a
We've
queen.
no time to
Or a
argue, my lord.
prince.
I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Alright, let's
We
fight a
better do
battle.
our bit too, then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
I'm wondering what's that thing they carry around on their waist? That light bulb looking thing. Is that just light, I guess? The wand looking thing.
The calm before the storm.
Oh, they're already here.
And here it comes.
Not
Let this village fall.
again. I missed ignition already. That was great. I'm glad I took ignition.
Stay down. And another. You're finished.
Torgo was supposed to warn me, Torgo.
Better already.
Ow. Akashic Wolf and Akashic Chocobos. Why shooting fire at me? Chocobos can shoot fire? Ooh. Oh, that was not that hard of a fight. I expected more enemies. 1,200.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
May the Founder protect you. Not time to fight a giant curl. I thought they were fighting. Just standing around. Hey Martha.
Don't tell me an Akashic curl's heading towards the rest.
The curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards Martha's Rest.
East Pool will be safe in our hands, my lord.
I trust you. Trust you, people.
Come on.
Let's go.
Run like the wind.
Hang on.
You deserve a rest.
Torgo's doing a decent amount of damage. I guess these goblins are supposed to be the one that's like attacking the village. Sick 'em, boy. Somewhere around here. Is it the hunt? Okay.
There it is. With me, Torgal. Nice try.
So my wind up definitely does the most damage, I feel like. So I get Gigafly again. Well, Whisker.
Alright. Back to Eastpool.
Back to Eastpool. Why not just go to the rest?
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool.
Where's Oscar in all of this? I thought Oscar was supposed to be here.
Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home.
I feel like it's closing all the side quests
tries
for
to
some reason.
take it away.
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
Yeah! Eastpool! Eastpool gang!
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
Eastpoolian, really?
I think
Is
you'll
the best
find
name.
it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But you should be proud all the same.
Eastpoolian? That sounds
I'll have
wrong.
to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Goodbye, Martha. I'll see you there.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission?
I very well do. We went to the swamp.
Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes.
How could I
What a
forget?
marvel.
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant marble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
So where's Tyler? Oh, I forgot Tyler's dead.
I'll do my best.
Speak with Martha. Martha. I wonder where the Shiva trial is. I still need to find 2 more trials, I think. 2 or 3 more, pretty sure. Martha.
The hero returns.
So do I.
It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye.
Gonna get story time from the side quest. Again.
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day. That whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
A little, not that much.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Kindling the flame. The 4000 EXP, damn. Author's Rest Signboard. I thought it's called Golden Stables. Yeah, okay, it is Golden. Alright, we're close to the end of all these side quests. Like, I think that's all in, what's this place called? Rosaria. Oops. I think Rosaria is pretty much done for now, except for there'll probably be more side quests after. Yeah, there seems to be more side quests area coming soon. But for, oh my god, there's so many side quests here. Let's do Sandbreed quest. Dalmatia has a lot of side quests, so we're gonna do Sandbreed quest.
The man I love.
Right? Because they sorted out their differences.
So many were injured.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrek. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrek.
Sandbreak is
A
gonna
man
be
whose
dead.
stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your
What
services
exactly?
to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll see what I can do.
As per usual.
Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck. I may have met this duke before, at the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Remembrance ceremony. For that. I don't remember the Duke one, right?
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
Oh wait, my friend.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
Sanbreque's pissing me off.
These creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question.
That's how Sanbreque fell in the first place.
This levy is necessary, so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely.
Uh-oh. I guess the people are speaking
Have
up.
little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that? You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
Wrong. The citizens make the
There will be
empire.
only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
Life is just, nah, I'm good. I'll see you guys later.
Citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
Just let them revolt.
Let's
Easy.
begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Oh,
As long as you remain, the Veil will see to you.
Bean, you're embarrassing me. Speaks the truth, though. To be fair.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Hello. I'm here to ask for your opinion.
Right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
So everyone is probably with the dame and against the duke, sounds like.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
No one likes him, which, you know, is no surprise, considering what he wants to do. He's not for the common people, he's for the nobles. Common people just wanna live their life, their own thing.
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the man.
Hey, Chocobo Keeper.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it
People
takes.
seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Oh, this is where the opinions differ, I assume. Soldiers probably will want the Duke or if actually maybe not. Maybe they are on the dame side. At least Philip will be. Felipe.
Things I said before.
He's not a soldier. Is that a soldier?
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. But I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
This is where the opinion differs. On the other. Hello, soldier.
You're the one who's talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Well, I mean, he has his priorities, I guess.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreck is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
The opinion is divided.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Philippe! Where is Philippe? Philippe! Where are you? There you are.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
I didn't do anything. I just, spoke words. Blah, 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 blah. And then you do the thing. Easy.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Well, at least it's something that you said. I'm gonna get some drink and some food. I'll be right back. Alright, back with some snacks. Ish. Mostly drinks. Hey, Isabel.
How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
Both sides have, you know, not bad
To protect Samrat,
opinions.
I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying.
Is it lost though?
I don't know about that.
Damn, he changed his armor.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
Why?
Because I realized what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Exactly, live the way you want to.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I get it, because he's always a guest at the Vale.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Goodbye, Isabel. Under new management. Alright, so that's everything in Sunbreak. Now to do the mess that is Dalmatia. We'll do this one first.
Go safely now.
Hey, August.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did ya? Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences.
Brotherly love, or well,
Maybe a selfish
something
prick,
like that.
But I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
I mean... Alright, you good? I'm ready.
You, ready for the off then?
Yup. Ready as all LBB.
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job.
Well,
Once
let
the
them
scouts
fight.
are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
It won't.
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
Dude, I'm motherfucking Sid, bro.
Take good care of
Oh, I mean,
till I get back.
Clive.
Leave it to me.
The first shield of Rosaria.
Give those things what for, yeah?
Just make me a new sword when I come back, please. I just want a new sword. Something Excalibur-like, but better. Oh, well, that's a good start.
Alright. Which one of you's first? Stay down!
So my windout definitely does the most damage now. New enemies approach. Baby break, get some health back. A griffin, alright.
Too slow.
Pull it down. Charge. Titan. Ah. Punch, 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 punch. Shatter. Are all of them?
Is that it? Apparently not.
Oh, Chimera. Haven't seen this. Supposed to be a hunt? Nope, just a fight. Canyon Chimera.
Pass me.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was be a hunt later on.
Nice try.
Nice. Dragon's voice is in. Rem's voice is out. This is just fucking Final Fantasy 14 all over again. I remember this very well. Rem's voice in, and then it's gonna do Rem's voice. Damn, I thought I pressed it in time. Oops, fuck that up. Wonder if I can dodge. Oh, I can block it at least. Oh, I can counter it. Nice. God damn it. Stand still. You should kill it actually with his fist. Yeah. Enemies slain. Nothing new, nothing Chimera related.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Probably not. I feel like you did a pretty good job, Clive, on figuring everything out, even the
Man
Chimera.
alive! You stood in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
You did your job, Clive. You killed them all. Fought back to Zoltan. I don't know why Zoltan, but sure.
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravovst won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Yup.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravoj isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravosht what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure
They
to
made
tell
up.
Snorri
They're all
to
best
let
friends
me in
now.
The next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway.
Everything is coming to a close. The game is coming to a close too soon.
The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
Yes, all the side quests are coming to a close.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Oh yeah? What is it? seal? Now you give me a seal of all times?
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift.
Me a sword.
Plans for a certain sword have been passed down from
Yes, yes. New
Now,
sword,
hold on,
new
Sultan.
sword.
There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with a hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the Hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our
Sword,
secrets.
sword,
Right.
new sword, new
Zoltan,
sword.
get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Yeah, new sword. Return to the Hideaway and speak to Blackthorn. I kind of want to go back just so that I get the new sword. New sword, new sword. That is as well.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the
Yes,
blade its edge.
yes. New sword, new sword. I've been waiting for
Final
this.
flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
There's going to be a whole cutscene. Damn it. I expected like a whole exciting cutscene of blacksmithing. I bet you my Final Fantasy 14 character could make this sword. He was a level 80 blacksmith anyway.
Bugger me. We actually did it.
Damn, that looks good.
The sword to end all swords.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
Ooh, Ultima
That's
sword.
a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Now they're best friends again. I'm curious on what this ultimate sword is that Blackthorn wants to make. 4,800. Water Demerung. Okay, well, That sword. Slay a god. Water damerang recipe. Oh, I have Ragnarok. Yeah, I mean the stats look good as shit, so definitely better. My first legendary item. But let's see what we need from this. Blacksmith Blues 4.
I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend to me, Clive.
Oh, we're best friends now.
So, what'll it be?
Alright, let's see this sword. Gotten Dever. Auriculum, I need 3. 2 dark steel. 1 primitive battle. So, I was thinking Auriculum I would use for these. If there's not enough Auriculum, then is there gonna be enough? I mean, that means there's gonna be at least 3 more. Yeah, 3 more S ranks. That's the case. That probably is the case.
Anything else?
But the good sword.
No need to thank me for the sword.
He's just happy to be here. Tidolphus, Tidodol, and Midodol. No, Telemon. And Midodol Telemon. Banded bag satchel. Is it maximized? It's maximized. So there's only 2 upgrades. You can now carry 8 potions with 2 Ds. Right? It is indeed Luvor.
Take that, you naughty...
Can't wait to try out my new sword.
To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet.
Oh, they're voting for mayor?
If the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach.
The bandits are banding together.
A League of Outlaws.
Oh shit, the League of Outlaws.
Organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud.
Yep,
by
seems
finding
to be the way to do.
ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
Sure, I'm already here. That's the reason I'm here.
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him
They're
stationed
still
by the
here.
desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
Lines in the sand.
What's the difference between a lord and
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
Yeah, I'm the best outlaw there is. Shouldn't be any other outlaws beside me. Hey, Victor.
Still in Dalamil, Victor. Ah, Sid. I thought you'd have returned to Cosness by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
I shall handle it quickly. Goodbye, Victor.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
Come on then, time to murder some bandit. Level 30.
The one who killed Locke and Fingers.
Fingers? Is that what their name is? Lord and Fingers? A shit name for bandits.
You're finished.
Who's curing you? You stop curing them.
You're finished.
Oh. Enemies slay. 360 XP. Getting to 6,000 is gonna take a while. 6,000 ability points.
I'd better let Victor know.
It's gonna take a long while.
Where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar.
Uh-oh.
They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
And what's the problem with that?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying.
What's wrong with being a bearer?
If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
The Lubor was a bearer all this time. Should have saw that coming, I guess.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
Lubor, you're a
Sorry,
traitor.
Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Damn, I forgot how hated bearers and
Once
bandits
people make
are.
up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lupor really is.
I forgot that the racism is rampart with the branded and berries in this game, or in this world.
Impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can.
Lubor.
Stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
It's because he's a bearer.
Why are you taking the bearer's side? Why do they always have to make such a...
He knew all along that he was playing us for...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
Well, yeah.
That's right. I wanted to
A
speak to you
persona
about
now.
Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
Damn. I guess I'm an outsider after all. Maybe Jill would have done better.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
I guess Lubor is going to the hideaway.
Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back.
You are welcome to the hideaway, Lubor.
Right.
You can work with Blackthorn.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
For a share.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
For now.
There's still hope. But...
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against.
Well, I guess that's one way of doing
United,
it.
can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them?
He's
I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit.
pulling a Luloch DV Britannia.
You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones, it is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
Lubor, you dumb shit.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp.
I don't think I
Right
need
there.
that anymore.
I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do, anything,
I'll bear it in mind.
Go to the hideaway, easy. Lubor, you're welcome to my hideaway. Quest complete. Looks like that's not the end of that quest yet, though. It looks like the main 3 quests still have what do you call it? Thingies, quests, side quests. Like the Martha one and the you call it the Dame one and Lubor. I guess we go to Boklad first. Help the Crimson Caravan.